it looks like the stream has changed over. Screen, I mean. There's audio, so hello and welcome to the second video in my 5-part series of live streams where all I do is plan out a book or a series, story, whatever, live. It's not going to be very in-depth. It's probably not going to be very well done either, but it's just how I do it basically. So if anyone wants to ride along, or if anything I do might spark some ideas for anyone else, that would be cool too. But yeah, so this is basically the 5 days, or like a week basically. The last week of this month I'm using, well, the plan is to use to prepare for a challenge which is actually going to start on the 1st of May. Yes, May. Next month. And there's a link in the description to the Discord for this challenge, where participants will spend the month basically 2 options. You can either try and write 50,000 words in a month, like the, that or you can do a different challenge, which is one that I came up with that a lot of people sort of suggested. They wanted something a bit more manageable, something that was a bit easier to do than like to hit such a large word count goal in a month. And so we came up with the idea to write basically for an hour every day for a month. So explicitly it's complete 3 20-minute writing sprints a day for a month. And the goal is basically just to build good habits rather than complete a full writing project like a book or something. Because in the end, you can write like crazy for a month, finish your book, but if you don't really build good habits, consistent, manageable habits, then you're probably going to burn out pretty easily after that, which isn't great. So yeah, anyway, so this 5-video series, this sort of week-long preparation period is for that. So yeah, anyway, so yesterday, technically in the last video anyway, we started off with our little premise, like 1-sentence idea basically. And characters. So we've got our characters here. They're not very in-depth. Not all of them have names. Only the important ones have names. Did a little bit of character profiles, very skeleton-like at the moment still, but today we'll probably fill in a bit more of that in the process of what we're going to do today, which is just idea dumping, brainstorming basically. What we're going to do is, well, I'm using Manuscript, that's this program, and so over here we have the editor, which is basically just the word processor part. Yeah, and so down here I've got a folder for outlining, so we're going to go here and I'm just going to write into it, and I've got my timer, the same as last time, for 45 minutes, and we're just going to write anything and everything that we can think of, any ideas. We're going to brainstorm about, it can be characters, it can be plot, it can be world building, it can be anything. Just think about your story, think of ideas, what you want to write, like any interesting scenes or dialogue. You came up with like an interesting line of dialogue that you like. It doesn't matter, you don't even know who's going to say it, doesn't matter. Or write that down, just keep it there. So we have that. Don't worry about being organized, we're just going to write and write. And that's it for today. So I'm gonna start the timer. 45 minutes. I'll probably take a break halfway through that maybe. And there's probably not going to be too much talking once this starts, because there's not really much to talk about, just, and type away. Oh, my coffee's already gone cold. Oh well. So timer on. There we go, 45 minutes. Now, my story, for anyone who did watch the last one, is a zombie story, like it says here. Various groups of young people try to survive the zombie apocalypse and find each other. We've got our characters, and I did actually change this a little. I moved these two siblings, their mother up into main character and dad down into secondary, because I had a few more ideas to do with the mum. I'm gonna have to do her profile as well later, but anyway. Yes. But anyway, okay, let's go down here. So, first of all, let's just get into it. I probably won't be talking too much because it'll be distracting. But yeah, okay, let's go. Mm-hmm. And also, when you're just a tip, when you're brainstorming, it's good to actually type out questions, like things as you're thinking of them. Like if you're thinking, where do I want to set the story? Type it out. Actually type out that question, because if you're just thinking of it in your head, it doesn't really, what's the word? You properly think about it if you actually type it or if you say it out loud. You know, you'll probably actually get a better answer or more ideas if you physically put the question down on paper or like onto your screen or into words physically, rather than just thinking of it in your head. So if you have any questions, even if you don't have the answers yet, write those down as well. God, what was that stuff called? Recently, here in Japan, there was actually, I don't know if it made international news. It was called, that's right, the red yeast mold. There's this health product thing that's in a lot, quite a few things here in Japan it's called benikoji. It's basically a sort of mold that comes off like rice and yeast and stuff, and it's this sort of like reddy purpley color, and it's used as like a coloring or like in supplements and stuff. And recently there was actually a scandal where one of the big producers of products with that in it, a supplement, like a health supplement, vitamin sort of supplement that they made, actually has killed people. It's awful. I think more than 100, couple hundred or something, I can't remember, hospitalized because their kidneys, it actually caused kidney failure, and I think 5 people have died from it. 5 people have actually been what's the word? 5 people have had their deaths actually linked to ingesting this supplement, which is awful. And I think it's because during the production process, they actually like dropped a lot of the ingredients. Like they've spilt them and they've dropped them, but just picked them up and used them. And so they've actually had chemicals or like mold or bacteria, something inside the supplements that shouldn't be there, that has caused kidney failure and stuff in all of these people. It's horrendous. It is actually so horrendous. And it's weird, like ages and ages ago, when I first sort of had the idea of doing a zombie story, I wanted to do something sort of like that, you know, like maybe it's in a food stuff or whatever, like an additive. And then that story broke just like last month. Ooh, scary. Hmm. Oh, pussies. Hmm. Mm. I remember I went to university in Japan for a little bit here, and I remember all the time there was a blood bank van. Asking people to sign up to donate their blood and plasma and stuff. There was always one in the same spot on the campus all the time. That'd be interesting. Hmm. What club? What sort of club will it be? Let's go soft tennis. Mm. Mhm. I really should give that mom a name, I imagine, but I don't know. What shall we call her? Oh, excuse me, yawning. God. Ugh, so tired today. Hmm. We need to give her a name. Come on, we need to give Mother a name. Something that's not too difficult to pronounce would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Let's think. Let's see. Let's see. Let's color change name. How shall we word this? Let's see. While we're at it, let's just go back to yeah. So she actually has a name. Hmm. 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 Mm. Mm. Gosh, we're already on the 10 minutes. Mm. Oh. No more coffee. Gosh, finish that as well. Hmm. else can we do? Like normally normally zombie books tend to be in a series because, they're survival, you can have lots and lots of characters, but also because usually the overarching plot is usually going to end up being either get to safe haven or find cure. I don't really know which of those I want to go with this. Find cure seems a bit sort of meh. I've never really been a big fan of the way a lot of zombie fiction, like movies and books and stuff, has that whole idea of find the cure, there has to be a cure for this. But at the same time, I get that that's like a big part of the genre. Oh well, we'll come back to that. Gosh, 5 minutes. What else can we write in 5 minutes? Time's up. Yeah, usually, I mean, obviously it's been more than just, 45 minutes, but 800 something words. It's not too bad for less than an hour, I guess. Some people are slower, some people are faster, but as long as you get something done. The important thing is, just it doesn't have to be in order or actually make any sense. Just write down, type whatever comes to mind. You can make sense of it later, as long as you know what it's supposed to mean. Yeah, anyway, I don't want these live streams to be too long. I'll probably turn the stream off and do maybe another half hour of brainstorming. But yeah, the live stream's gone for about an hour, so that should be enough for today. So in the next one, what we'll do is separate out the brainstorming sort of by category almost. So, like for example, these bits are world building, this bit's plot, this bit's character, and this bit's again story, like things, so we know sort of what we've got the most of, and obviously what we might only have a tiny little bit of, for example, world building, so we'll probably need to add more to that, just so tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to organize the brainstorming, and also we're going to write a 3-point plot or a 3-paragraph plot. So that's actually going to be story, not just simple pre-minds. We're actually going to write a paragraph each for the beginning, the middle, and the end. So like the setup, the conflict, and the conclusion of the story. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope anyone who wants to come along for that, please do. And I'll see you then. Bye.